Hey everybody, welcome to the Premier Life Podcast. It's Dr. Nate here, and I'm so excited to share with you today's topic. Really, today is all about freedom. This whole month has been about freedom, right? We had 4th of July last week. Dr. Mark did an excellent podcast on the freedom that we enjoy. And I just want to tell you guys, hey, this freedom is allowing you to experience health because you have something priceless inside you. So today's topic is going to be freeing something priceless. And so every single person has a birthright. Every single person has this innate capacity, this innate intelligence that knows exactly what's going on every single moment of every single day. It's this something that knows how to keep your heart rate regulated, how to filter your blood with your kidneys, how to digest your food and what to absorb and what to get rid of. It knows all these things naturally, and it's just something that's an unconscious process that happens all throughout your body every single moment of every single day. This thing is priceless. You can't sell it, you can't buy it. It's something that's just innately given to you by God. And this thing is something that is the most valuable asset that you have for your physical health. Even more so than peptide injections, even more so than hormone replacement therapy, more important than anything you can possibly think of on the market nowadays. It's who you are. It's this innate capacity inside of you. And ultimately, if that thing is being inhibited, that priceless thing inside of you is being inhibited, that's when you become dependent on these other things. So the primary goal of healthcare needs to be, how can I completely unleash that thing inside of me? And how can we get health back? And that is the very thing that chiropractic does. And that's why I love chiropractic so much. There was the developer of chiropractic, his name's Dr. BJ Palmer. He said this quote once, and it is completely brilliant. I'm just going to talk about it here for a sec. So here's the quote. So what chiropractic does is that it simply takes the handcuffs off nature, as it were. By finding the particular vertebra that had shifted and restoring it to its natural position, the adjustment thus releases the natural flow of nerve impulse. When the maze of nerves, or nature's communication system, supplies the body with the energy it needs for well-being, you have health. And it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense that this is how you're designed to live. This is how your body experiences health. Now, what Dr. BJ Palmer didn't mention above is that the life that we choose to lead can either bind you or set you free. And, when I was going through school, before chiropractic school in my undergrad at Northern Arizona University, I felt like, I was in a exercise physiology program, and every single message that we had was something that was of limitation. And so I guarantee you that you've been told some message of limitation in some way, shape, or form in your past, whether it be your physician or a friend or a family member saying, oh my gosh, it runs in the family, it's genetic, you're going to have it, better buckle up. Or maybe it was from a physician that said, yeah, you're going to have this for the rest of your life, you're going to need to take this medication for the rest of your life. And maybe you felt a moment of defeat. Maybe there was something inside of you that knew that there was something better out there. There's something different. And that's because, again, innately, that your body has that capacity to heal. It just needs to be released. And so really with how we choose is really how we're going to end up with this, right? And so when I had that message stuck in my head, I really struggled through school. I was constantly stressed out. I was facing health challenge after health challenge. I had terrible brain fog. I was just living a subpar life. And I remember the first day that we had moved to Indiana, and my wife and I had just recently gotten married. I sat down in the Premier Life, and Dr. Matt actually shared with us what true health was. The moment that my brain understood that was the possibility, I said, let's do it. I'm ready. And, after 3 months of care, I had guys, if you saw my x-rays, you would be ashamed to see them when I first came in. I was at a 10-degree curve, so it was really straight, and it made sense because I was suffering from headaches all the time. I had brain fog. I was doing terrible in school in my undergrad. Like I was like, guys, I was like a B, C average. And so really going through that and just struggling to stay motivated with school. And, you know, again, we found that and it just made complete sense. And so we started CARE. 3 months in, I went from a 10-degree curve to a 45-degree curve. What do you guys think happened after that? No more brain fog, no more headaches, more energy. And really, I mean, you could just feel like your life just getting this momentum, right? Your health just getting this momentum. And it wasn't from anything special that Dr. Matt did or Dr. Mike did, other than simply telling us like, hey, this is how the body heals and removing the obstacles. What was special is inside you, it's inside me, it's inside every single person that is alive and breathing here on earth. And so, again, every single person needs to know that, you know, and so to reach your fullest potential. So I ended up being an x-ray tech at their office for a year, applied to chiropractic school, went down there, became a chiropractor. And from there on, you know, we would teach people and we would help people heal naturally, avoid drugs, avoid surgery, hear these healing testimonials. Again, not from anything special that we're doing. I'm not adding anything to your body. What's happening is that special thing that's inside of you is becoming more and more free. And so, again, how that power works is your brain sends the electrical impulses down the spinal cord, through the nerves to every cell and tissue in your body, comes up on the afferent side, the sensory side of the nervous system, all the way back up to your brain. You have that constant communication loop 24/7, 7 days a week, telling your body to heal, regulate, and function 100%. When you experience stress, again, you know, your nervous system reels from that. It changes how your brain sends those messages out to your body and you experience disease. If you leave that in there for a long enough period of time, you'll experience enough degeneration where you lose out on the functional capacity and you end up dependent on medication, surgery, and more invasive treatments. One thing that I want to really also drive in this podcast today is that it's never too late. As long as you have breath in your lungs, your body can heal, it can get better. You still have that special something inside of you. And really, being here at the Premier Life, you're making that choice to allow your body to adapt better, overcome challenges from the stressful environmental challenges that we're living in our life today. Guys, we have a complete bombardment of stressors in our life, whether it be, again, emotional, physical, or chemical stress. And we have to make sure that our nervous system stays regulated through it. Otherwise, you experience the downhill slope of dysfunction and disease. And so if we make sure that our nervous system is functioning well, that we're staying nourished, that we're moving, that we're detoxifying, and that we keep a positive mindset through it all, guys, there is no limit, right? We're able to overcome so many things. And so today I want to stress to you guys to choose freedom. Don't just choose freedom for yourself, right? I know we're celebrating freedom this month. Don't just choose freedom for yourself. You got to make sure you choose freedom for others too. Other people need to know about this. They need to know about this special thing inside you, this special something, right? This innate capacity to heal, this thing inside you that's telling your heart to beat, your lungs to breathe, your stomach, intestines to digest and absorb the food that you eat. You have that capacity to go from an inflamed state, a chronic disease state, a massively struggling state to something that is thriving, functioning, healing at 100%. And so how do we do that? If you see something, say something, right? If you see somebody that's struggling, make sure that they know that they have a home and that their body can heal to the fullest potential. Make sure that you let people know about upcoming events. You know, we have fantastic dinners where people can come in, they can eat some fantastic food, whether it be like at the country club or at our office. You know, we bring in excellent dinners. I promise, guys, it's good food, but it's going to be even better information to help them heal. Next, follow us on Insta, follow us on Facebook. Make sure that you guys follow, like and share all of our stuff so that other people can see it. Because, guys, there's so many people out there nowadays that are struggling to heal. There's actually a study done in 2022 that said that every single man, woman, and child, there's been enough prescriptions filled for every man, woman, and child to have 19 different prescriptions. Isn't that wild? 19 different prescriptions. And so that means that they were sick for a long enough period of time to where they've gone to the pharmacy. Well, went to their physician, B, went to the pharmacy and had a prescription filled 19 different times over the course of a year. And we live in a completely depressed state. Kids are struggling nowadays. They are experiencing seizures, autism, neurodegenerative diseases. Adults, moms are struggling with autoimmune. They're struggling with migraines. They're struggling with just a completely stressed out system. Dads are struggling with pain syndromes. They're struggling with all these different health challenges, hormonal imbalances. And there's no really hope out there. There's no real true answers out there. So again, people need to know this stuff. So please, guys, let them know their community events coming up. Let them know about us. Get them in the office and get them healing. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I look forward to sharing with you guys in the coming days. So have a great 4th of July, or I should say, hope you guys had a great 4th of July. And we'll meet again next week. Thanks, guys.